Space Travel with Rohaan, where Rohaan is going to explain in detail how he travels to other star systems. Then we're going to be invited on board his scoutcraft and taken on an adventure. So I'd like to welcome all of you who've joined us again and for the first time on this very exciting journey that we've embarked on with Rohaan. If you're here with us live or listening to the replay, and wherever you are on this beautiful planet of ours, myself, Louise Benefield, the channel, Linus Cordis, and our co-hosts, Yuhira and David, are very excited to welcome you here into this bubble reality. So if you are joining us here for the first time, you could also take a look at the previous sessions that are here on the Rohaan Club and over on the HEA Club. And it's our intention with these sharings to be of service and to be served. We're all teachers and we're all students, helping each other on our journeys here in the physical and the non-physical. Masters, remembering how to create as masters within the experience of our reality. So, Linus, hi.
Yes, hi everybody. It's good to be here again and to do these transmissions as we do every week. And and as we have been doing with Rohaan about the Skinwalker Ranch, which has been really exciting with, his sharing about that and what will happen there and so on, and his task there as well. And so what I know for sure from Rahan that he, of course, really now is focused on to delivery transmissions. There are like will help us for to achieve first contact. So that's why now it will be a lot of information about him, about how he is traveling in space, because this can help us to understand more from their perspective who they are and what they're doing. So it will be more a common ground. So yeah.
Very exciting.
It is.
Yes,
So
I think, well, I've definitely been doing lots of integration since the last two sessions. It's been quite intense, basically. And in fact, do you remember the first time my internet went out? Well, my box is like completely gone now. And today it was quite funny because I found an old box that I had in the house, so I've put it together, and it's working. So that was a very interesting day today.
yeah, a lot of
So
things
looking
is
forward to this.
happening. Yeah.
Hi,
So
Linus. Hi, Louise. Hi, David. Hi, everybody. Yes, you're talking about integrating. This last week has been intense in terms of loving my darkness and let her be and watching her and integrating and releasing. It's been really, really deep. Very. So I can relate to what you're saying, Louise.
Yeah, it's been an experience of really, knowing even more of myself. So I think it's just amazing, and I'm really fascinated to see where the journey is going to take us today. So thank you, Linus.
my pleasure, and I'm very happy that Rohan is doing this, so we all can go first page, right? In our mind's eyes first, but this will, I mean, to share a little bit before I'm going into the channel state. As I said, this is like a precursor for us to be more ready for contact by him guiding us, on board his craft like this, so we get more like the taste of it. So, well, I think I will bring Rohan through, and then I hope you all will have a good time. And I will talk to you all when I get back from my wonderful sleep.
Great, and I think it's an idea to do what Rohan suggested to us before, as we're in this bubble, to even before we did, because we'll do the meditation after the monologue, but even now, if we like open our hearts and connect to each other through our hearts, then that will intensify the experience. So we'll see you later, Linus.
See you later. I will take my little
See
water here as
you.
well, so I stay, so I have fuel for this time.
I'd just like to say hi to everybody who's here. There's lots of you. Oh, that's great. Really excited. And it's great having everyone's energy here and all the questions that are going to arise from it as well. So have a great time, everybody.
All right, hello to you all. How are you doing?
Greetings, Rohaan, from our hearts to your hearts, and all of our beautiful hybrid children, and all beings connected with the hybrid realities, and who are connecting in with us now. We radiate our unconditional love and the knowingness that through these connections we are strengthening and solidifying the bridge to our hybrid realities. We honour and celebrate this connection and invite you into our hearts.
All right, well, thank you so much for this blessing. Oh, by the way, can you do this blessing once again? One more time.
One more time, of course,
Yes,
with pleasure.
thank you.
With
All right.
pleasure. Is this for the double portal? Greetings, Rohaan, from our hearts to your hearts, and all of our beautiful hybrid children, and all beings connected with the hybrid realities, and who are connecting in with us now. We radiate our unconditional love and the knowingness that through these connections we are strengthening and solidifying the bridge to our hybrid realities. We honour and celebrate this connection and invite you into our hearts.
All right, thank you again for the blessing. Now we are all blessed 2 times. 2 times is better than one, of course. So now you all will be more blessed, of course. All right. So in this transmission, we will do something a little bit different. Of course, we will share about the monologue here, how we are traveling from star to star. And this also includes our coordinate system. And this can be a little bit different in the way you interpret coordinate system. And that's all fine too. This is for the purpose for you all to expand your mind and realize more upon this technology, how it works. And then we will do a meditation where you will have a space ride with me. And in the meditation, we're going to do something really fun. I will not share it now what I will be. It will be when it's time for the meditation. Then you all will know what it's all about. All right, for now, this time being, as I will now explain to you our system, how we are traveling from star to star. First of all, when you are thinking about this, you have to understand that everything is energy, resonance, frequencies. That is the basic, the fundamental tech about that. Because when you understand that everything is energy, resonance, frequencies, then you will understand how to navigate with your own technology, because that is the future of the advanced technology. So, this might be also different in the way you perceive objects in locations. Because let's say that you have an object or a cup. Let's see this as a cup. You see things, objects in your reality to exist in a location. And so when you move, then you move yourself or the object to another location. So you're in a location. That's how you normally perceive this to be. For us, we are the location. The object is the location. It is within the object. And this creates that the object, now for this explanation, will be a spacecraft. Now, this spacecraft is location. It is the equation of location. This allows the ship to act as in this particular grid network, to shift by changing frequencies. If we will instead see ourselves being in a location, then it will be, shall we say, a little bit harder to be more involved and feel in tune to the location, if that makes sense. You have to create the paradoxically in order to manipulate space-time in regards to location variables equation. So, because then you will be the location and not really bound, as you say, in space and time. Because you create that you're bound in space and time due to your perspective upon it. You have to create the reverse in order to break the continuity in space and time. So this now are the whole coordinate system, the grid. So now we will shift, let's say, to another star system. Of course, what we do now is that we create first an isolation around the ship. Because if you do not do that, then it will be very difficult for the ship to really focus on the specific tune frequency in space and time, so to speak. So this bubble create around the ship isolation. Now we can focus more closely into the second location. So we create then thus this resonant frequency. So the ship will start to vibrate and start to be a little bit more loose in the first location, because now it's starting to take up another frequency location in the equation. So what happened now is this becomes to be more, shall we say, more to an invisible kind of appearance in where the first location is. So the more we input the energy of the second location, the more it will be intensified more and more and more. And now, when we finally, so to speak, let go and fully allow the ship to go to the other location, it will just pop up in another location because we input all the frequencies, all the energies from the second location to the first location. So we're changing the location of variable. So, and this creates this effect that we pop in another location, but really what we are doing is that we're just changing where we are in a locational coordinate grid network. That is really what's happening. Not so much that what you think that something pop in another location, you become then the other location because you are changing the location variable. Oh, I hope really now you are following me so far and now you don't really feel that you are on fire here in your mind with all of this information. All right. So, how do we know the right frequency, you might wonder? How do we really know that? Well, this is because when it comes to explore space, you have a specific kind of, to use your term, database. This database will allow you to input all different kinds of locations that you have recorded. So that's why you also have space exploration. So when you find a new place, of course, this is a nice place to be, of course. Now we take this location, these frequency coordinates into the database. And also there can be other things given to you as well from other beings. They give you also some help in terms of where you want to travel to as well. But also it's part of the fun to for yourself to also have this exploration, discover yourself too. So that's why this is not only meant for everybody, so to speak, that everything is giving all at once, all location. You have also to do your own discovery too, which your species yourself will do as well, that you will, shall we speak, be limited in the way how you are able to, shall we say, visit other civilization, because you need also to do your own exploration in space, in the universe, in regards to discover other civilizations. So this is very simple in the way that how we do that, because now throughout this time that we have been in space and discover new civilization, we have many different kinds of locations, variables that we can travel to, because we actually have installed that in our database. So in that way, it's very simple. But really what we're doing on the ship is that our ship is our on higher mind. So it works as in our consciousness that we are actually able to just tap into that particular field of information, the database, if you will. So we are able to have the intuition where we want to go. So what I do myself is that if I want to go to Earth, so to speak, I will then create the understanding on my ship that I want to go to Earth. And then the ship will know, because the ship is connected to our all collective consciousness, to our whole information, so to speak. So it can really in that way you step into that and then know exactly where Earth is. and therefore we just travel there. So it works for us very simple. It's just about understanding places, frequencies, resonance. That is the true whole coordinate system. So the reason why many of you scientists are struggling with this particular understanding, how to understand also anti-gravity and so on, all those things that are involved when people also have reverse engineer spacecraft, is that they don't understand how important it is to use consciousness in your technology. Because this is all only about consciousness. And that they don't really understand what anti-gravity is. If they would, then you already will be able to, shall we say, be traveling more and more out in space toward the star systems. The whole understanding of anti-gravity, it is not really that you are creating what you know as anti-gravity. You are just, what happened is, this is something that happened automatically. When you are relocating the ship, when you're, let's say, to do it very simple for you, when you're inputting another frequency location into the ship, it will start to move also in the vibration field. Depends how much you really are putting in the energy, the resonance from the other location into the ship. But this is what you're seeing when you see ship in your reality, when they are going very fast and do very fast turns, is that they allow themselves to play around just, let's say, 20 meters in front of them, to just input that frequency into the ship, that the ship will go there and then do another location there, 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 there. But it do it so very fast and not so much so the ship will just do a teleportation. They allow themselves to travel the linear distance as well, depending, as I said, how much they really are putting in the resonance energy into the ship. So this is what you're seeing happening when ships in your reality are doing very fast turns. And this is anti-gravity, is that you don't really cancel out gravity. What happens is that you are simply putting another location into the ship, and then the ship must go there, because it cannot be in the same location if you're putting another frequency location in the ship, in the ship's equation, because everything is equations here. All right. I hope this somehow makes sense to you all.
Yes, it's very interesting, and I think there's a lot of people who are very interested in this subject.
Yes, but you have to understand too there to really think outside the box here, because you're still going in the definitions upon in your own science, in your own physics, that it has to be like this, or this not possible, and so on. You have to really step outside the box if you all want to discover more upon this, about how to do, as you say, advanced technology. You really have to be brave enough to really step outside the box and understand too also the paradox upon how things is actually in reverse mode, as I explained to you about the locations.
So it's like, if when we start teleporting, it's like teleporting but just with like a shell around you.
Yes. Well, this
Yes.
is what you do all the time. Remember, when you're driving in your cars, you do all the time teleportation.
Yes.
But it happens so fast, so you don't really understand teleportation from another location. And the car, when it's driving, has all the time a new location or variable all the time. It's not the same car since when the car started in the first location and you say have been driving 10 meters, it's a new car, different car.
So it's in every frame. It's a new car.
Yes.
Yes. So
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 then you
you use that.
understand that the car is the locational field.
Yes. And how do you do that? I understand that you put all this information
Yes.
wherever you've been. How do you go to specific to a specific timeline, or is that's all included in it?
All right. Well, this is a similar idea. It's more to understand that now this how we travel to your planet represent our past. So it's only about to have a frequency that represent the future or the past, or what you recognize to be this time, a past time. Well, if you want to travel to say in back in the past, well then you have to understand what frequency the past represent.
And
So for
as you,
example, if you
oh,
want to
sorry.
go to the year of 1940, for example, then you have to, let's say, have an understanding or somehow have a reference to what that particular location frequency variable will be about. And then when you shall input that frequency to where we are now, well, then you will wind up in the past.
Okay, I understand that. So,
All right.
and is that easier for you, for your civilization, because you actually see all possibilities of all past, present, and future?
Yes. This allows us to be very flexible in how we perceive our space and time.
Very exciting.
Yes.
I'm sure, who have we got up here who'd like to come up and ask a question? We've got Paula, James, there we go. We have the first one coming up.
Paula.
So, Rohaan, would you like to take questions now, or?
We go for now for some questions and sharing, and then we will do the meditation.
Okay, so we have James here who's just come up to ask you a question.
All right. Hello to you.
Hi, Rohaan, and thanks.
Well, yes, of course, it will be happening if this, as your Earth is also increasing in frequency, then you will be able to also perceive the species that exist in that frequency as well. So then the beings that are now invisible to you will be visible to you as you're also ascending, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm just curious how our scientists will try to explain that. I suppose it'll be a quantum leap between now and when
Yes, they
that's more
will
understood.
understand the difference in the frequencies. And when you're going high up in frequency, you will see that things will appear to be more visible there. And then they will understand, okay, this is simply, again, in terms of an equation difference. So from a lower frequency, they will understand, okay, things are visible only in this way here, and things will be invisible in this equation because it's too low comparing to the other frequencies in that equation. So they will create a particular mathematical formula to explain that.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Um,
All right.
you must have Linus must have read my comment in the
Yes, he
Facebook.
did.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll let someone
All
else
right, yes.
go. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
See, we have
Paula,
very fun here too, how we do that. To save you some time.
Paula, did you want to ask a question?
Hi, Rohan.
Hello to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing great.
Good. I was wondering if you could say what the Baltic anomaly is.
Would you please define that?
Um, okay, so I believe
Be more specific.
so. There is a structure on the bottom of the Baltic Sea that they found, I believe, between Sweden and Poland, that looks like a ship. But they can't really figure out what it is.
All right. Well, this is more, shall we say, a particular ship that has been doing a slightly frequency shift from another timeline, from Earth's timeline.
Okay.
You
So did it?
understand? It's like this can happen sometimes when you're all doing the shifts you're all doing, that things, even or objects, will appear to be in your reality and you don't understand what it is because it's happening with the overlap. If you're doing an overlap, let's say where you're very closing to a frequency reality that are very similar to your own in according to frequency, then it will happen an overlap. And when this overlap occur, then it is very possible that things within that reality will pop up in your reality.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sort of. So,
Sort of.
so is it there or is it not really there?
It is there,
Okay.
but it still could be perceived more because you still need to, shall we say, unlock a particular, shall we say, code, and then they will understand more about that.
Okay.
And how to do that? Well, they have to understand, first of all, that things is coming from another kind of realm, from other pararealities. This will allow them, people that are working on this, to unlock it. Because it is still a little bit locked into the other, shall we say, reality, even if you still can perceive it in your reality, but hence why there is not so much understanding of it yet.
I see. But it is a spaceship.
Well, sort of.
Okay. So the mystery continues for now.
All right. Well, let's say this. Well, it is sort of a spaceship and sort of not, because what happens sometimes when things comes into your reality, it can take another form than the form it actually had in the other reality. It depends again in your reality how we can translate that particular object in your reality. So it's somehow a mix between two things.
I see. Okay, thank you.
So, are you excited?
I'm very excited to learn more, yes.
Are you excited about other things too?
Yes, many other things.
Such as,
Well, I have other questions, but I know that we only have like one question at a time, so
all right.
but I'll
Well, you
definitely have
can
to talk
ask
to
them
you
in your
again.
dreams,
Right. Okay.
which I know you have.
Yes. I feel like you're always around now.
All right, yes, I am.
Great.
I'm always sticking around like a bee.
That's good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Paula. Lucas, if you'd like to ask a question.
Yes, yes, thank you. Hello, Rohan.
Hello, hello to you.
I have a question. Uh, what happened, or what are related the things when you put the coordinates like numbers specifically to some geometries or some function in the ship or something else? I don't know. Is there something we can use with our imagination, like for example
All
symbols?
right, yes, thank you. Well,
Thank you.
If you, let's say, using a number, which you also can use, the number can also be translated also into geometry symbols. So it depends really what it's relevant for, shall we say, the pilot, and in the reality it travel to. But you can use also to understand this more is to create, let's say, create numbers. And if you want to do that, you can create symbols. And this can come to you in many forms, actually. Let's say that you're on planet Earth. If you're able to, let's say, measure it, you will, of course, see also the frequency number of it. You will also be able to see shapes and other things as well in terms of energies that depends on your technology, how we can translate that. But it can become in many forms, actually. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. So we can use any symbols that we need transverse in ourselves. Like, for example, one will be like one. I practice some coordinates like 1 1 3, and I felt like this was like something like vortex. I don't know. It's some.
Yeah,
Does it make
similar.
sense?
But also understand this. This is very important to understand that you will create your own symbols. Because remember, you're in your own reality anyway yourself. But remember, when you have your astral projection, when you're out of body, so to speak, and you're traveling to other places, you then have this automatically coordinate system. That is the same thing within our ship, but our ship is more, let's probably say, in a more physical form, but it's the same principle. So when you're traveling in your astral form, you don't really think so much about where you're going because you already understand where places really exist in. Because this is really within your soul, your whole being. So if you want to go to, let's say, this planet, you just go there with the, as I said, the intention that you want to go there, and then you will pop up there. And you will create in the astral form two different kinds of representation symbols. And this also happening all the time. When you wake up, you will have symbols, you will have different kinds of even maybe numbers too, or other kinds of understanding of things that have happened when you were actually having this experience in the astral form. So it's happening to you all the time already. So the more you be aware of what's happening when you're having those experiences, it will, if you can put those symbols, whatever you have in your physical reality, then you will start to become that astral you here, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense.
So what you are,
Mhm.
here is our fun way of saying this. When you're sleeping, then you're in your spaceship. And when you're waking up, then you sort of go off your spaceship.
Yes, yes, okay.
So you have already your own spaceships. It's about to bring, let's say, heaven to earth, bring the higher understanding of your own beingness to the ground, to your physical reality. And when you do that, and when scientists do this more, then you will understand more how this works, because then you will open up more of the doorways that will allow you to understand more about quantum physics and so on.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rohan.
All right,
It
you
really
are so
helps.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucas. Next up is Dean.
All right, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I had a question about what did the Roswell spacecraft look like? Because some people say it was disc-shaped, and some people say it was triangular, and some people say it had vertical tail fins on it, and that never made sense to me.
All right, well, the most accurate form is a disc shape. The reason why people had even kinds of interpretation upon this because they have themselves into other realities where similar experiences has taken place, but not really that in according to your history that these kinds of incidents is, shall we say, playing a part in, but in your history it was a disc shape.
So it didn't have any tail fins at all?
No.
Okay. Well, great. That's all I wanted to ask.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dean. Kim, your question?
Hello, Rohan.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Very excited to interact with you again.
All right, so am I again.
I want to know, can you tell me more about the tall whites, where they're from, and what is their role?
All right, I'm not going to tell you where they are from because there are things involved in that particular, shall we say, story that is not ready yet to come through, but I can tell you this. They are working very closely with your planet, and they are, shall we say, have some bases on your planet. They sometimes show themselves to your species, and people have perceived them in your reality. And they do make a lot of contacts with your people, physical, individual contacts. They are playing a very important role when it comes to that right now. They have begun to do it even more so now this year, that people already have started to have more physical contact with them. Within this year already, it has been 12 individual physical contact with them, with your people. So they are very closely involved in that. And the reason why you ask that question, because you are perceiving what will happen for you soon.
Because sometimes I sense them coming through my space. Can you confirm if they're coming through my space at
Yes,
sometimes?
they are now preparing you, and they do some kind of like peeking into your reality. First, to do that in this energy vibration, so you know that something is going on. You get this wondering about them, where they are from. This is the symptoms of experiencing first contact, is that you will feel something is going on, that they're tapping into your space, and when they see that, okay, you're good with that, you can balance that well, then they will do more peeking in. You will see them, oh, I thought I saw a tall white behind me here, I'm not sure. This will happen more and more. It will happen very calmly, safely for you. And until when you are fully ready for that, well, then you will see them completely face to face.
Wow, that's very exciting. Thank you. Thank you for
And
sharing. Yeah.
to give you also a more kind of a hint where to meet them more, they will, of course, pop more into if you allow yourself to be in the nature or in a forest path, not so much people around, so to speak, and allow yourself to open yourself up, that you are willing to interact somehow with them. I'm not saying that they will first come in physical form, but you might feel them, that some energy is coming closer to you. You might even see some orbs and so on, or you can see them physical too. But this will make them understand that you are willing to explore more contact if you go into places where there's not so many people around.
Okay, great. Thank you very much,
And
Rohan.
you
Oh,
are very ready for meeting with them soon. Yes.
oh, wow. Oh, great. Thank you, Rohan.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kim. Helena, you're up next.
Hi everyone. Hi Rohan.
Hello to you. How are you doing?
I'm alright, thank you. How are you?
I am great. Thank you.
I was wondering if the Sasani scout ship have beaming technology to, for example, beam someone up, a physical human, from a distance when the craft would be, like, for example, 50 meters above the ground, if a human could actually be beamed up.
Yes, we have that technology, and we have been doing so with our species before, yes.
Is it likely that
It's the
will
same
happen?
kind of it's the same kind of mechanism as you do a teleportation from A to B, is that you're shifting, you're creating a, and in particular, shall we say, beam sort of field around you, and then it will change your frequency energy, and then it will pop into ship, because that will be the new equation of your frequency.
Does that need a collaboration with your own higher self to make that happen?
Yes.
All right, that's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Helena. Juliet, did you have a question? You need to unmute.
Oh, hi. Hello. Thank you.
Hi, how are you doing?
Well, thank you so much. So this question popped in my mind. Um,
Oh, that's really interesting. Popping in, popping out. All right. Now it does
um,
pop out now. First it pops in, now it pops out.
yes,
All
yes.
right.
Um, so when I was young, very young, there was a night when there were beings in my room, and I saw them, and so did my mother. At the time, we were so afraid we actually left the house. Um, and I wondered if if you can tell me about that.
Yes, this was kind of more beings that were tapping more into your reality too. This requires more sort of explanation to this, but I will say this to you for now. That according to in your family lines, there's been a lot of contacts in generation to generation. And this is what happens now as you were young, is that they make their presence known to you, so it will actually help you and your family to be aware that something like this is going on. So when you get older, you will start to integrate more of this particular experience, and will, shall we say, if you wish to, go more into that direction of contact with them and other beings too. It was like sort of like a wake up call, because this is going on in your family line from generation to generation, and this is where something very common that happens for you.
Great. Okay. Have, is there any, can you pick up whether I had any other kind of contact or abduction or anything?
Yes, you are involved in the hybridization agenda. You are working also in another agenda as well, besides the one with the grace. That agenda is not really ready yet to be known so much what that's going on, but I
Hmm.
can say this as I'm allowed to share with you. It will play an important role how your planet Earth will establish space travel.
Okay. Excellent.
All right, I'll let you know. Okay, okay.
Thank you so
It
much.
is a particular agenda that works with how your Earth will make first contact with the beings in the Barnard star.
The what star?
Barnard star.
Okay.
Did that help?
Yes.
All right. Something else?
Yes. Um, how can I improve my ability to make contact or have interaction going forward?
All right. First of all, is to understand that to relax in yourself, not to be afraid, to understand there's nothing to be afraid about,
Hmm.
and to make more contact with yourself, to integrate yourself. If you have any fears, negative belief systems, be willing to integrate that and let go of all things that is not you. This will clear the space within you to input that contact reality for you. So just be very open in yourself and be, shall we say, honest, how you feel, how you respond in your reality.
Thank you.
And if you are able to really, really, really do what you love to do and do not hold yourself back. Just express yourself in the way you prefer to.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Juliet.
thank you.
Tom, you're up next.
Hello, Rohan.
Hello.
Hi. So I've moved to nearby somewhere called Clay Hill, which is basically an 800-foot hill with interesting. I think it's basically got burial mounds and different kind of ancient elements to it. But my question pertains to the fact that there's been many sightings over the last sort of 50 years above Clay Hill of sort of UFOs, and also nearby in the village of Warminster in the 60s there was this it was given the name the Warminster Thing, and it was basically a UFO that they were trying to understand. But so yeah, if you don't mind just sharing any kind of information about the hill and the UFOs that I might find useful or interesting, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, that place is a specific kind of parallel portal to your future Earth. And this portal also allow those particular, shall we say, ships, UFO as you say, to tap into your reality. So this is more like a place where the future Earth is able to tap into the past. And the ships there is actually the future technology that you are perceiving there, if this makes sense.
Interesting.
So it's kind of like that's what is happening there, and the things is being made there, because it's also overlap from their future Earth reality to the past. And as I said before, when the overlapping happens, then things will pop in other realities too. In this case now, it pops up now in your reality that you understand your reality to be. And this also function now as a way that you yourself too, if you're willing to be able to tap into the future and get some more perspective upon how the future looks like. But there are, of course, humans on board that craft that has also, shall we say, been evolved more to advanced beings. Yes.
So what would you recommend for me to do to tap into or to learn about the future parallel Earth?
All right. First of all, when you can experience most of this, I will say it will be around, to give this as a clock time to make more sense. It will, if you're able to go there around midnight time, to be there.
Sure.
If you're around the midnight time, and allow yourself then to sit in meditation and focus on a particular kind of song. Why a song? Well, your favorite song, whatever the song might be for you, it will, shall we say, unlock more of the awareness in that place, because it's really connected to music notes, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So if you're playing your song in your head, then it will purely evoke and stimulate all kinds of frequencies in the area and open up things, and you'll be able to perceive things happening there. They happen there all the time, but you will be more on that same wavelength to perceive it.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Mark, you had a question?
Hi, Rohan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I was thinking about, do you guys use something like, we have amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and phase modulation when we're using like frequency signals? And, the way we send out radio signals, we use FM modulation for our radio, current modern radio. Do you guys use something like that, phase modulation, along with I was thinking the Fibonacci series for octaves or something to map those numbers to, like, because you guys say, oh, you're at this frequency, but I imagine that there's a lot more numbers, like specifics to get into it. So do you use phase modulation or something like that to map
All
to
right. Well,
geometry?
we used that more in our first time as we were able to go out in space. Then it was more of this modulation that we were using, but it was very for a short time. Now it's more open into understanding of use that our consciousness is the modulation. If that makes sense.
I think so.
Because what
Okay.
happens is this: when you develop the idea of your consciousness more and more into your technology, when you understand your higher mind, the astral energy, and so on, this will be the full, complete modulation. Because it is that you know that everything is consciousness, and that is particularly the modification because it is actually that higher mind, the bigger being that you are, the pure consciousness, there is the modulation of that. If this makes sense in your language.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, thanks a lot.
All right. You're welcome.
Thanks, Mark. So next we'll take Artur. I think he got kicked out of the queue and came back. So Artur and then Melita after that. Artur, if you could unmute. Artur. All right, then we'll wait on Artur and we'll go to Melita next. Melita.
Hi, thank you, David. Hello, everyone. Hello, Rohan.
Hello, hello.
Um, I was going to ask about our perception of time because last night I had a beautiful actually experience. I'm aware that time is not really real, right?
All right, yes.
But last night, particularly, there was a frame while my son was taking a shower around 9 p.m. that I experienced so many things. I was in a clubhouse talking to so many people. It felt like some entire new window of opportunities opened for a moment. So it was like an entire experience that felt like it lasted for at least 1 hour or so. But when I finished, I realized, oh my gosh, it's only 1 o'clock, like 9 o'clock. Like it's almost like the time didn't move at all. And my son said the same. So, what was that in terms of our experience? Is that like a sign of shifting the timelines, or was it something else? I would just like to understand it more.
All right, thank you. Well, when you understand that when you are being, let's say, in the moment, in the now moment, then you will start to experience collapse in space and time. Is that you will have also different kinds of understanding of time conception. You can experience very, very little time, or the time really flies, because it's when you're really in the moment. If you don't focus about time as time being, then the time will go slower because you're slowing down the time in your own timeline. Not the clock time, but more of yourself, how you perceive the time in yourself. Of course, people around you too can have the same experience as well because you're connected in the same, shall we say, timeline. But does it make sense so far?
Yeah, it does. But I actually did experience it as a collapsing. That
Yes.
was a very
So
personal.
here's what
Yeah.
happened is the reason why you all experiencing time so much more time because if you don't really are in the moment of now, of course everything's in the moment now anyway, but how you perceive the moment to be is that you're creating so much of time illusions around you, how you perceive time to be. But when you fully are being immersed in the now, in the state of being in the now, then instead of like expanding time so much outwards, you're really going into the now moment where time is not really time in the way you perceive it to be. It becomes a pure center state in the present now, where there is no time.
Yeah, it was beautiful. If we would
Yes,
be living like that, we would be living forever.
yes.
Yeah,
But this, what you
awesome.
can also remind yourself again, the state of being, and then you can play around with this more and more, the same state of being, and then you can be like, say, a master of how you are able to manipulate your time.
Awesome. Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah, which is quite opposite from the other experience when I was missing for 5.5 hours. It's like a missing time. So I have no idea, how we can get to know more about that on a practical level. But those were like others involved as well. So
yes.
yeah, okay.
Well, it can happen in all ways actually. Different time. It can be a missing time. It just depends really what happens in the time experience, of course, in the
Yeah,
moment of
that's
now.
what I was
But
trying to make the dot to connect the dots. The actual experience, what we are doing, and how we are feeling, in what state of being we are, really determines how.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Melissa. Artur, are you here again? And can you unmute? Yeah, great.
Hello, yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, thank you. Hello, Rohan.
Hello to you. How are you doing?
Perfect, thank you. How are you?
I am up there.
This coincidence has served me very well because it really has brought up my heartbeat because of the question that recently popped up, that what we were just talked about, and it really made me aware of this connection to Thoth and how this state that we just spoke about has to do with the first heartbeat.
Yes,
I I have in my backyard built something like a portal, and you are familiar with the saying, if the prophet does not come to the mountain, then the mountain comes to the prophet. Yes,
yes. That's also by being in the moment of now, where things that will find you will find you.
I understand. So there was another question that somebody asked, and I think that answer will be then the same for me. It has to do with the music and playing with the portal. Yes.
Yes,
Thank you very
because
much. Thank you.
music is very important how to really play with portals, because as it stimulates the frequencies within the portals, and this is why people somehow don't really have tried to understand yet, but are getting there. But this is how you really can play with portals, where you know them to be, is to play different kinds of musics, and also be able to find the right kind of music tone. And that's why we said to play your favorite song in where form that can be, because that will be in the right core of your own being, and therefore it will be in perfect match with the portal. So it do not have
And
to be a specific song or no, what have you. Use that it makes sense to you.
is there a time of night or day that you would propose in order for that portal to be most active?
Night would be the best option.
Thank you very much.
You are so welcome.
Thank you, Artur.
Thank you.
Powell, you had another question?
At this
Yes.
moment now, okay, we do the question now, and then we do the meditation, and then we see if we will continue with the questions. But you can ask the question, yes.
Okay. I had to come back because I was really excited because a lady after me asked about the tall lights, and I was gonna ask you about that too because I felt a connection to them lately, and I was wondering if you could say if I'm having similar experiences to her.
All right, one moment. Yes, you're experiencing the similar contact approach.
Okay.
But also to share with you from them now in this conversation if you allow yourself, when you go to bed or to the couch, whatever, but simply focus on that you're in a white room. Why? Yes, I will answer that. When you're in a white room, this will reflect the higher being, the higher self of you, and this will help to anchor more of the tall wide's vibration into your reality.
Okay.
And you will see that you do this, that things will peek in to your reality.
Okay. Okay, great.
Yes. But, what about me? Don't you want to meet me too?
I do, obviously.
Oh, I feel very left alone, and you want to meet the tall white, so I'm here. Oh, right.
No, I mean
I'm so lonely.
that is my highest excitement is space travel,
All right.
meeting ETs. So,
Yes, I know, I know, I
um,
know. I'm kidding.
okay, great. So you're saying that I do have something approaching with them, like Kim did or does?
Yes.
Okay.
And something for you. I can share this because I'm allowed to share this with you. Something within this year, something will happen in your reality there you know for sure for yourself that you have started to experiencing more of the physical contact.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
And see also that how your cat will react to.
My cats?
Yes,
Okay.
because the tall white now will, in a way, interact to you through them.
Okay. Great.
So if you
Thank
see
you.
somehow that the cat somehow might appear to be a little bit white, then you know why.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. My cat just went crazy when you said that.
Oh, well, crazy cat. All right.
All right, Rohan, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Thank you. All right. So, are you all up now for this meditation?
Yes, we're looking forward to it.
All right. But first, when we do this meditation, there is someone that wants to say hello shortly,
Oh, wow, that sounds.
and we will facilitate that connection. All right, hello to you, Earth humans. This is the IL. How are you doing all? Are you feeling great to be talking to other species?
That's lovely. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great, very great.
And
I
and
have something to share to you, and now you're experiencing yourself now in your year of 2023. More of this window of open contact as you have come to realize in your reality. And things now will happen more and more in terms of how first contact will unfold. And you will see more things happening from our side that we will do more sightings with our spacecrafts. And you will see this to be, of course, in the boomerang spacecrafts. It will also be also that what you recognize to be as the Tic Tac UFOs. More of this will happen because we want to see now how you react to what's happening in the sky. Because you know that we will be, of course, the first hybrid race that will make open contact with you. And more things will happen too, how we will be able to make more contact with your people. It will happen not only in the sky, As you know, Sky, it will also come in other forms. It will happen to also what you recognize your technology when it comes to artificial intelligence, because we want to come through that too and talk with you all. So be open to everything that exists around you. It's very important.
That's lovely. Thank you for sharing that with us.
All right.
And,
And you
and what
understand that we're taking care of the hybrid children to, and you are all working together with us to prepare them to come to Earth to live among you in the future.
yes, of course. And what name do you go by?
Well, we don't really have names that
Uh,
now, but I'm not gonna share a name. This is more a collective that we are talking to you now from.
okay, that's great. Thank
All
you.
right, I will bring back your chef, Rohan, and he will cook something for you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, hello to you all again.
That was a nice surprise.
Well, we understand that you all like surprises. This is for you to also be aware of more what's happening in terms of different kind of vibrations around you, and this will get you to more also understand your family more and more.
It's quite well. It's quite funny because just before the collective came through, I'd written down there's someone's talking about new hybrid beings called the Gael. Would you be able
Yes.
to expand on that?
Well, this was what you received now, this reflection of that vibration from the IL. You simple vibration of the IL.
Thank you.
Would you all want to have more surprises too?
We love surprises.
Oh, you do.
Yes, please.
All right. We will see what will happen if these can somehow be able to come through the channeler. It might not. Well, we will see what happens. Okay. Hey,
Hello.
who are you?
Who am I? I'm a
Yes.
human. Who are you?
You want to talk?
Who are we talking to?
You know us to be the Grace.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. In fact, I think I felt your energy before the session, and I nearly asked whether we were going to have something like we did the other day. That was lovely. Where are you joining us
You
from?
will experience more of contact with your hybrid children.
That's lovely.
And we will be the last one of the hybrid species that you will interact with. We have been involved long time with your species, Earth, humans, in your government, interacted with you all from that particular level to reflect to your government that we are here, that we are creating species for our survival purposes to enhance more of ourselves, of not going to extinction. We have seen, of course, that you are destroying your own environment. You are now coming to a recognition that you want to sustain better climate, but you are not taking the actions that you could. You are not speaking to your people, to your government individuals. Why? Why? That was a question. Why? Why? Don't you want to answer? This is what we have come now to realize, that you are not really there in yourself, as you say, to realize that you are a part of this. You are not understanding crucialness on your planet. You have to ask yourself what reality you want, not what others want, but what you want. It's your reality, your planet. Take responsibility. If you do that, you will have a different world. Goodbye. Hello to you all.
Hello.
So,
Hello, that was intense.
well, yes, and this was one of the grays that were somehow a little bit could relate to you a little bit more in terms of not to fully to the day we can in the way you understand it to be, but somehow he could relate to you to a degree, but still very what you were perceived to be very robotic.
Yeah, I felt that. And I believe that we are taking action, but it takes a lot of darkness integration, because the people that are in places of power and that have taken action, like they have to overcome like lots of things. So it's
Yes,
not that easy. So we're doing like our best from the place we're at.
yes.
And yeah, but it was really intense,
Yes,
that
and from their
conversation.
perspective, they only see in that there's nothing really happening, so they're doing their calculation from there, not really understanding what you are going through so much emotionally. They're seeing that from a specific scientific level, if you understand.
Yes, I saw that
But this will
exactly.
help you to also understand more of the grays, to really get more of their vibration into your reality, so you have more. This was also will help you to, even now as you heard him talk to you, that some of your memories that you are experiencing will come more to live, that you will remember more what's happening in terms of the hybridization agenda that you are involved in.
So, Louise mentioned that she felt before the channeling, and I felt an energy that I've never felt before. But now that he spoke, I'm like, oh wow, that was it. So I was
That was
tapping
it.
into it.
Yes.
Oh my God,
This
yes.
is this is a step in the first contact. We understand in terms of the protocols, we need to bring through the ones that created us and the ones that you all have had the most contact with which is the grace. You need to unlock things within you in terms of the vibration, because we understand, and they understand too, that you, as you are involved in the hybridization agenda, there are also a lot of fears within you all. Even if you don't remember the fears, but it's still within you. And this now will help you to let go of the fears and all negative belief systems that you might have about the grace, upon how they have been depicted in your culture, what have you. But this needs to happen in this way in order to continuing the path to open contact. And you did all very great. We thank you.
Thank you, Rohan. I did. My internet went out again, and
I wonder why.
yeah, I just feel like they've actually been here. I've just felt that energy again that I've felt a few times, and my internet's just come back on again. Yeah, very interesting experience that was. Thank you.
Yes. So, are you all now ready to do the meditation?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's now get the seatbelt on. All right. Begin now to relax. If you're sitting, relax into your chair. If you're laying down, relax into the bed. Take a deep breath in and breathe out and become very relaxed in yourself. Feel your heartbeat. Do-do, 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 do-do. Feel the vibration of your own beingness, of the harmonization within yourself and to your environment, to everything that exists. Feel that you are a tuning fork and matching all things around you in your reality. You become very aware of yourself. Let go of any negative thoughts. If you feel stress, just relax your body. If you feel fear, let go of the fear and just be aware in this now moment, where this time is now, to be in this moment of time. One time, one moment in time, in creation. Allow you now to see in your room a portal that opens up. And you remember this portal, that this is the portal to the Skinwalker Ranch. It's your unique portal when it comes to your own being, your own vibration of your own self, that is very unique to you. And you can, whenever you wish, open up this portal. Just be aware of the portal. Now you feel the energy of the portal, and you feel that you are getting closer to the portal. Like a magnet, it pulls you into the portal. And you feel the vibrational field intensifies stronger and stronger. And it pulls you into the portal, and you now are traveling in the portal beyond space and time. Traveling, and you might see things within you, within your consciousness, about your life, about other parallel life you have, everything in the moment, in this moment, in the portal, and it just travels in its infinite speed beyond space and time. And now you pop into Skinwalker Ranch. And for this time being, it is night. You arrive, you look around, and it's pure silence. Just the wind, some insect sounds, and the night sky is very pure. Take a deep breath in and just breathe in this environment into your body, into your existence itself, of becoming one with the environment, one with you, one with the environment, one with the sky, and feel the unconditional love in yourself, to your environment, as this is the true core vibration of yourself, of your own being. And now you look up and you see my skullcraft approaching slowly, and you feel the vibration, you feel the love from my ship, you feel you are in one with me and my ship, and you feel that this is you, and you know that you are going to experience something really wonderful, and it will remind you of who you truly are, the being, the person that you are meant to be. Now I will land my ship. I open up the door to let you know when you're ready to get on board the craft. And you can do it slow if you wish. Just get on board the craft, and we will go out, travel to space, and I will show you something. As you now are on board the craft, you see in the craft there is very crystalline, not so much things at all. It's very blank. And I take you to a chair next to me, next to the control panels. But you don't see any control panels because it is blank. You are a bit amazed how this actually works and how it can be working just by being so crystalline in this nanomaterial form. I explained to you, brother and sisters, that my ship is my higher mind, and it is connected to my brain, and therefore I don't need any control panels. I can simply navigate the ship with my mind. Aha, you say. That's really fascinating. Yes, indeed. I'll let you know. Now I will show you something. I will show you something that will happen in your Earth's future when your people develop space travel and you will be, as we are now, exploring space, visiting other civilizations. Aha, you say. What will that be? Now I will take you to the Barnard star because there is a planet in the Barnard star, planet called Uv. There are a civilization. They are not so advanced in technology. They are in your, shall we say, 600 years in your past. But they are very spiritually, very connected to their hearts and mind on their planet. But they have not have first contact yet, because we and other species has left them for you, for Earth people, when you develop space travel, that you will be their first one. You will make first contact with them. But I will show you now, because even if you don't have this yourself now, your space travel technology, you are always welcome to visit them from our ship, so you can get an understanding who they are, and even if they are less advanced than you, that they are more open. They talk about what they see in the sky. They do not have any secrets. Aha, you say. Is that really possible? Yes, there is. I will show you now. You feel now that the ship starts to vibrate and we start to ascend up to the sky. And you see now that you're getting higher up in the ship with me, and you see the ground out there getting smaller and smaller, farther away. I'll let you know we are going to do a teleportation shift because it's very far away to travel in light years, so we have to make a shift. Aha, you say. So, are you ready for a shift? Yes, you say. All right. So now let's put in the location frequency of planet Uv, or if you want to call them, the Barnard people. So you feel now the shift now is starting to vibrate even more and more and more. And you see now that you feel somebody bit shaking in you because you're not so used to feel its vibration, but you know it's all fine, it's all okay, you are safe. It's all safe. It's all good. And I'll let you know in 3 we'll shift. So you will feel somehow shift. And you are Very exciting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, shift. Whoop. Now we are just in orbit around Ood, their civilization. We have not yet getting closer yet. We are now in orbit, so you get now to be able to perceive their planet in the full globe, and it looks like Earth, very beautiful. And you feel now, wow, there is actually another species that lives there on another planet, like Earth, similar to us in appearance, humanoid, but also very different culture. You feel like now that you are, oh, the space man, space woman. You feel like the way we do when we are visiting you from our ships. And I let you know that we have to make this also when we come to the surface, that we can make some UFO sightings, so to speak, for them, but we cannot do it very closely because they haven't really come that far yet in terms of feeling incorporate the frequencies. So we have to make it in a safe way for them. Aha, you say. So this is what you do with us, you say. Yes, we have to respect. It's all about respect. I will give you a hint what you will be doing when you have your own space travel technology. So let's now dive closer to their surface. So we go with the ship now in a linear way, traveling closer and closer and closer, and we're zooming in, so to speak, to their surface. And now we see there is day, and we are, let's say, just a few miles up, but we're able to see structures and beings, and you take a look, and wow, is this how they are here? Is this how the planet looks like? And you look upon these beautiful structures, but it's a very ancient structure, similar to what your past structure looks like. And you see they do not have any cars. They are very simplified. And as we're getting closer and closer, so now we are in a range where they can perceive our craft. So now they see our craft, they look up, and you see now that they look to see the craft, and they are jumping around. Oh, look here, it's a craft. Whoa, 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 who are they? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And they all people running around there to talk. You say, look there, something is there, something is there, something is there. And you feel like, well, but this is what we do on Earth when we see something in the sky. Whoa, oh, it's really, really great to have this from this perspective, that someone is so happy to see me. Whoa, that's really interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa. And you see now how happy they are. And I let you know, we cannot do more than this. We have to stay where we are right now. Otherwise, they will feel too much of our vibration and they can overwhelm them. That's why we do not can get closer than this. Okay, you say, I understand. But it's so exciting, you think, to see other beings looking up to me, and you feel like that you are connected to them, and that yes, they are connected to you. They are your family. Wow. And you feel like you just want to go down there and hug them, but I let you know, well, they are not ready for that. I know you want to do that, but they are not ready for that yet. Oh, come on. No, no, no. We cannot do that. Otherwise, they will be afraid and they will run away. And we do not want that. But we can do this from our ship this now in a safe way for us and for them. Wow, you say. So amazing to see this. So take a few moments yourself now and fully embrace this feeling, how you feel of yourself being a space traveler and visiting Uv, their culture. Just embrace and allow yourself now with me in the ship now to travel freely around for a few moments to see what you see. Just open up your mind to whatever that needs to be shown to you. All right. All right, still do whatever you feel you wish to do with me in this ship as we now explore their planet in a safe way. Kashushi shamamachi foshi shupirapo shubi fopi amsu shiampai shapapoi fohaishi foshisha foshisham Just feel the vibration and just drift in the ship around the planet. Aoi shuai shu sister, brothers, four she, five she, four she, five she, Kobe, Navi, Tobi, Kashushi, Aputi, Afodi, Batisi, Hafi, Kaidushi, Kaitushi, Kaitushi, Kachu, Janatani, Kachu, Janatani, Kachu, Kachu. For welcome home, welcome home, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the family. Welcome home. You have been walking for a long time, but now you have found the home. You have found the home. You have found the home back to yourselves. And when you found the way back home to yourself, you will realize who you are and that we are in that home, in your home, in this vibration of home. This is who we are, and we love you unconditionally. We will always guide you to wherever you need to go, to be more of yourself, to feel your inner truth expanding. Just be who you are. Be brave in your reality. Be brave of speaking your truth, of knowing who you are and who you prefer to be. Feel it more and be it in the self of recognizing who you are and feel it in yourself. Just be it in yourself. We are here. We will always be here. And we are walking hand in hand to the infinity together. If you are ready, you can open up your eyes if you wish. It's up to you. Welcome back.
Wow, that was really beautiful. Thank you.
You are so welcome. All right.
I definitely
Yes,
felt that I've been there before.
you been. That's true.
They felt so calm and loving, and I've seen lots of pink as well. Yeah, it was a beautiful experience. Thank you.
You are so welcome. All right. I hope you all had a good time, right?
Definitely.
All right. So, from this time being, I will bring back the channeler from his sleep. And in our next transmission, we will have a bit of more surprises. If you wish, if you want.
Most definitely.
All right. So, we wish you a great time with a lot of love, happiness, joy, and remember to be yourself as fully as you possible can be, because you are all there is. So we thank you. Have a good time. Goodbye.
Thank you, Rohaan. Goodbye.
Hello, everybody. How did it go?
God, it went really well. It was, yeah, the meditation was great, and it was nice having a different perspective with, about everything about the ship. That was really interesting, and a great way to be able to actually feel that you're on the ship and then to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt it. It was great. There was a lot of images too. I felt some odd beings came through as well. So yeah.
I have to listen back to the replay when the grey came on because I had the same thing again. My internet just went.
Oh, really?
Well, not for very long. Not for very long. I spoke to him quite briefly, but then I had the feeling like I've had that once before where I live. That I had the feeling that they were here. So that was interesting.
Yeah, and I felt too when the one of the gray came through. I felt really different in the vibration, of course. I felt like you, it's how to explain it. I felt like it was very for me very neutral. I didn't experience so much of different energies. It was just complete more solidness, and yeah, it just felt a little bit somehow odd, but it was really great in a way to be able to bring through also another being, especially the gray.
Yes, and the Yael collective as well. That was nice.
Yeah, this is getting really, I feel though for every transmission we have here on Clubhouse that it's getting more and more, like I would say, when I say intense, I don't mean this in a negative way. I mean it's getting more intense, how the information comes through, and also in relationship to contact. So I really feel everything is happening right now, so we all can get ready for first contact. It's like,
Yes, and with the questions, there was quite a few people who realise now that they're very close to meetings with they're obviously counterparts, aren't they? So yeah, that's very exciting for people.
yeah, and so it's getting great, and and sometimes when I'm do channeling, I can sometimes feel, when I first, now this time when I bring Rohan through, I felt like my body needed somehow need more kind of like energy to balance throughout the first maybe a few minutes, and then it got even better, because I do feel that he is giving off more and more energies through me, and I think that has to do with of course contact. I'm not sure why, what kind of energies there is, but I think it's just more, the more he gives off, the more we will feel them, closer to us in our reality. So and we can match that the energy and make it more, solid for us.
I mean, I definitely agree with that. And I think that's what I was doing and why my internet went out. I didn't have the flashing lights this time, but yeah, definitely. In fact, before the channeling, I did feel that grey energy, and I was just like, oh, but it wasn't as intense. It was, as they came through. Even then, it wasn't that as intense. It was a bit smoother, and I suppose the more that we're integrating them within ourselves, then we're not going to react in a fearful way.
And Louise, I think that like for me, noticing that it was that energy frequency allowed me to release discomfort because it was so uncomfortable. And I was like, what is this? Now that I know, like I'm still digesting it. Like I'm still like in shock, not in a bad way. It's just like it's such a different yeah, it's so different that I don't know what to do with it, and it's still with me, and it keeps growing. So when you said Linus solid, I'm like, yes, that's how I'm feeling it. Like it's crystallizing into something that I have no idea of, and I'm just observing it. But it was
Yeah,
uncomfortable, and
definitely.
now I'm allowing it. Yeah.
Definitely, that's what I felt before the channeling. I was okay, and then as soon as I was focused, I did my drum for about 10 minutes, and then because I was focused, and I'd written down a few things, even about the Gael, and so obviously I sort of was connecting with what was going, what we've just done. So yeah, it's a nice process, isn't it? Once you start feeling that energy, then that's what it is, and you can allow your to relax more into it.
Exactly. Agree.
I think it was really good to be able to sense the IL collective, and then go from that basically to a completely different vibration with the Greys. I thought that the contrast was just really, really stark, and it made you really realize what the difference is, and what the range of vibrations is.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually also to challenge a gray like that was a little bit, I would say, as I felt it was neutral and somehow a little bit cold, but it was very, for my body to really, somehow difficult to really, I felt, not in a negative way, but I felt my body was not so used to do that, of course, and it felt so different, it's very different, I cannot not even explain it really, but it's different, and I was very somehow very pleased when Rohaan came back again, because I thought, oh, then I could feel the flow, again, somehow. So it was really a complete different in the contrast, really. Yeah.
Well, that's lovely. We've done 2 hours, which is very good.
Oh, 2 hours. Well,
Yeah.
time flies. Well, yeah, for me, time is so. For me, it felt like maybe all this together, maybe maybe 50 minutes, maybe not even an hour. I don't feel 2 hours has passed. Wow, it's
Yes,
that's crazy.
and you haven't aged the 2 hours. You've only aged the 15 minutes.
That's why I'm looking so young.
Yeah,
So,
it's a time machine for you to get younger and younger, right?
well, yeah, that's a good a tool for me now to stay young and healthy. Is to do channeling. Wow, yeah. So when I'm getting older, I'm gonna look as I do now, I guess. Maybe.
Right. So I think we'll all be digesting all of that over the next couple of days, like normal. And yes, keeping up the meditations. I mean, just choosing from one of those, which is like the most exciting to you, isn't it? And I suppose with all meditations as well, you can then start incorporating things that are how you see them. I mean, like when I was on the ship, I remember I was sort of seeing how I remember being on the ships. So, you know, you can sort of incorporate your ideas that you have anyway and just take it towards what's good for you and just play with it.
Exactly.
So, yes, we've got quite a few meditations to choose from now.
So that's great, and
And
people can do that.
yeah, it was nice that he was chanting while we were going around, and he did give us a little indication, the Kajuchana Tani. So I think that'll be coming through again shortly.
Yeah, I think more upon that too of the castle too. You know, I think uh, as I am, you know, as when Rohan, when he's giving me, you know, the topics, you know, I can even sense also what is yet to come. So I sense there will be a lot of more transmission too about the contact castle as well, and also with this, as we did in the beginning, to what's it called, the game zone, more of the games too that he would share too that we can do to play with the hybrid children. So yeah.
Yes, it was very interesting about the music and the portals as well. And, you know, he mentioned that in the castle. So, yeah, I think lots more of playing with music and, you know, because he mentioned today your favourite song. So it is something that you're resonating with, that you do resonate with, and just maybe play with that a little bit. And I think that will be incorporated shortly as well.
Exactly. So well, and anyway, I'm happy to see all of people. You know, so happy about the transmissions that we have had here on the Clubhouse, and that people also were excited about this transmission as well with the space travel with Rohan, and also that they got to experience Yael and Grace. So I think that was also
A
really
bonus.
interesting. Yeah, bonus exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no clue about that this will happen at all, and so I was surprised myself too that this happened.
It's like prep for the interstellar alliance. You know, first we get them, and then suddenly we'll have like a channeling with the whole group of them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I'd like to thank everybody who came here tonight, today, tomorrow, wherever you are, and joined in and on this journey of getting to know Rohan and what he's here to help us with. And it's a very exciting journey that we're on. So thank you everyone for bringing your questions and joining in with us.
Thank you all, and until next time.
Yes, much love to everybody. Thank you, Linus, for what you do.
thank
Bye-bye,
you all.
everyone.
Goodbye, everybody.